Looking to add some textured detail to your crochet projects? If you are, why not try what I call the Tiny Basketweave Stitch, also known as the 2x2 ribbing stitch. It's the popular basket weave stitch, only on a smaller scale. If you're ready to learn, I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet. And let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. To complete the Tiny Basket Weave Stitch, you're going to have to know how to complete a couple of different types of crochet stitches. Now I am going to show you how to work these stitches, but if you need to see them in slower, more detailed moves, I've got links to videos below that take them a lot slower and in more detail. So first off, you're going to have to know how to chain stitch. You're going to have to know how to half double crochet stitch. You're going to have to know how to double crochet stitch. You're also going to have to know how to front post double crochet as well as how to back post double crochet stitch to complete this stitch. For today's crochet tutorial, you're going to have to gather a few things. So first off, I personally am going to use a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook as well as some size 4 medium weight yarn in this teal color. Use whatever works best for you. You are also going to need a pair of scissors for cutting your project free at the very end. And if you choose to make this into a project, you're going to need a yarn needle to weave in your yarn tails. Today's crochet tutorial is written using US crochet terms. For the mini basket weave stitch, you need to start by chaining a multiple of 4 plus 2. So any multiple of 4 will work, so I am going to chain 12 as my multiple of 4. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. After chaining your multiple of 4, then you add 2 at the very end. So there is 1 and 2. Now my stitch count is up to 14. For row 1, we're going to start by working into the 4th chain from the crochet hook. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Into that 4th chain from the crochet hook, we're going to work a double crochet stitch. Now I personally am going to work into the back bumps of the chain because I like how it looks better, but you can work into the chain however you normally do. There is no right or wrong way to work into the chain for this stitch. So into the 4th chain from the crochet hook, we're going to work a double crochet stitch. So we yarn over, insert into the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We are going to work 1 double crochet stitch in each chain across. So row 1 is a row of regular double crochet stitches. That's our foundation row. So I'm going to continue placing double crochets in each chain across. I'll show you what this looks like at the end of the row here. So here is a completed row 1, all double crochet stitches. I just want to note that those skipped chains do count as a double crochet and they count in our stitch count. So there is a completed row 1. For row 2, you're going to start by chaining 1 and then turning your work. Into the very first stitch here, we're going to work a regular half double crochet. So we yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 to complete that regular half double crochet stitch. Now we're going to get into the repeat for our row. Around the next 2 double crochets, we are going to work a back post double crochet around each of them. So to back post double crochet, we yarn over, come from behind, pop up, go across the front of that double crochet and pop again to the back. We're going to yarn over, pull around that double crochet stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So there's 1 back post double crochet. We're going to repeat around the next double crochet, placing a back post double crochet around it. So we have 2 back post double crochets in a row. Now around the next 2 double crochets, we're going to work a front post double crochet around each of them. So to do that, we yarn over, go down, behind, pop up, yarn over, pull around that double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that again. We're going to front post double crochet around the next one. We're going to keep repeating that pattern across the row until we have 3 stitches remaining. So 2 back post double crochets followed by 2 front post double crochets until we have 3 stitches remaining for the row. So we're going to back post double crochet around these 2. And then we're going to front post double crochet around these 2. Again, when you have 3 stitches remaining for the row, that's where your repeat ends, and then we're just going to finish out the row. So when we have 3 stitches remaining, we're going to back post double crochet around 2 of them. So we're going to back post double crochet around this one. And then we're going to back post double crochet around this one. Again, I pointed out that your turning chain does indeed count in your stitch count. So into the top of that turning chain, right here into this chain right here, we're just going to work a regular half double crochet to finish out the row. And that completes row 2. I just want to point out that my stitch count is now 12. So I lost 2 stitches by working into the 4th chain from the crochet hook. So just keep that in mind that you are now at your multiple of 4 for your stitch count. Row 3 is almost exactly like row 2, but the slight difference comes in the very end where you work that last stitch, so I consider it just a little bit different. So for row 3, we start by chaining 1 and turning our work. Into that very first stitch, I'm going to work a half double crochet stitch. And then I'm going to get into my repeat. Around these 2 stitches right here, I'm going to work back post double crochets. So I'm going to go 1 back post double crochet, followed by another back post double crochet. Then around the next 2, I'm going to work front post double crochet stitches. So I'm going to work a front post double crochet around this one, and then a front post double crochet around this one. And I'm going to repeat that to the end of the row until I have 3 stitches remaining for the row. So back post double crochet twice, and then front post double crochet twice is our repeat for the row. Again, when you have 3 stitches remaining, so you can see the tops of those 3, you're going to place a back post double crochet around 2 of them. So here is 1 back post double crochet. Here is a second back post double crochet. And then in the very last stitch of the row, so right here into this space right here, we're going to work a regular half double crochet stitch. And that completes row 3. For the remaining rows of this project, you're simply going to keep repeating row 3. This now becomes a 1-row repeat crochet stitch. As far as the finishing row for this stitch goes, I don't do anything special to finish this off. I simply stop after any repeat of row 3 that I like. That way my top and the bottom of my stitch look exactly the same. And that's how to complete the tiny basket weave or the 2x2 ribbing stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for the actual basket weave stitch, you could check out my tutorial for the actual basket weave stitch right here. And I hope you have a wonderful day.